Hey guys, my name is Kyle Lint with Austin Stone Worship. We're going to take a look at the song Jesus is Better, the studio version of it from our album Everflow. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the sounds that I use on my pedal board, and you can grab my Big Sky and Timeline patches if you want to use the same patches there. I'll kind of show you very briefly kind of what the parts look like soloed, and then I'll play through the whole song for you. So this song is super easy, really, in terms of both the sounds and the parts. Matt Graham, our bass player, built the track for this song, all the different sounds, all the different percussion, and a lot of the keys parts, and it was so cool as it was that kind of the name of the game with this whole record has been I just want to stay out of the way. And so I really did on this song. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was kind of get away from the previous version that we had, which was a live version, kind of simplified version. And so I wanted to kind of like hint at some of those parts, but not just do them directly. And so the verses, as you'll see in a second, it's kind of just chords. There's nothing fancy happening. The chorus is the same thing as the old version, and the turn is just a slightly modified version. So we'll start there. For most of the song, I'm using a bloom patch on this Big Sky that I'm just calling Jesus is Better New. It's our new version of it, and a dotted eighth delay on the timeline, mostly. So the song starts with a little drum thing, and then comes in big with the turnaround. And so it's similar to the old turn, but slightly different. And so that turn sounds like this. And then it goes into the verse from there. Each turn is exactly the same. Sometimes I'll be on the bridge pickup. Sometimes it'll have another stage of gain on it, just depending on where we are in the song. So sometimes by the end it'll sound more like that, a little more driving. So that's the turn part. Then when we get to the verses, honestly, very simple. I actually just kick my verb and delay both off completely, and I'm just kind of doing some accented chords. Just very simple like that. If I recall, I think I added a plate reverb in the Pro Tools session in post, but for live I won't do any verb at all. Just very simple like that. And then even when the drums kick in more, I'll just maybe jump to the bridge pickup. Just hit it a little heavier. And then what I'll do when we get to the little tag part at the end of the verse, which is C, G over B, and A minor, I'll actually jump to this favorite setting that I have on my Big Sky and Timeline, which is a hall and a ping pong delay. And I'll just kind of pick through those like that. And then going into the chorus, I'll leave that same setting on, and the chorus looks like this. Just the little triad chords with a couple little spacers in there. And then it'll jump back to the turn. I'll jump back to that patch. Same thing. Verse 2 is very similar. Turn all the effects off and just kind of do some diamondy type strums. Gets back to chorus 2. Same thing there. The bridge kind of alternates, maybe just depending on where it falls in a set for us. But usually what I'll do is I'll jump to this favorite patch, which mostly for this delay, which is just a more subtle delay. And sometimes I'll do some volume swells over the chords, which are G, C, E minor, C. And then as the bridge builds, I'll kind of start getting a little more more just very straight ahead. Something like that. One thing I know that I do on the on that bridge is I play an interesting E minor shape, and I'll just show you that just because it kind of lends itself to work well there. But it's just the 4 middle strings, and it's 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. So I'll play that E minor, which is actually E minor 7, a lot. So I may do G, C, and then I may jump to that E minor, and then usually a power chord C at the end of it. But that E minor shape is kind of distinctive, so I just wanted to show you that. And then when it goes to the down chorus, the chords actually change slightly, and I'll jump back to my main patch, and it's just C to D back and forth. And what I'm going for there is just a really thick sound, but not necessarily heavy. And so I'll keep a lighter distortion on, and I'll usually keep it on the neck pickup, and I just do big, slow strums. Just like that, and then it builds into the last chorus, and I go back to the main part again. And then it does the turn one more time at the outro, and that's it. So there's the parts to the tune, and now I'll play the whole song for you.
In every victory, Jesus is better.